My psycho ex eliminated every pet I ever adopted. Until I adopted a rescue Pitbull that bit his face off. My name is Amber, and I'm writing this from a hospital waiting room with dried red liquid still under my fingernails. Not my red liquid, his. Let me back up. 3 years ago, I met Derek at a coffee shop in Portland. He had this smile that made you forget your own name. Dark hair, green eyes, wore flannel in a way that didn't look like he was trying too hard. He bought my coffee without asking, which normally would have annoyed me, but something about the way he did it felt different. We talked for 4 hours straight. He told me about his job as a software engineer, his family in Boston, his dream of building a tiny house in the woods. I told him I was a freelance graphic designer, that I'd just moved to Portland 6 months ago, that I was still trying to figure out who I was after a bad breakup. He listened. Really listened. Not the kind of listening where someone's just waiting for their turn to talk, the kind where they remember everything you say. Red flag number 1 that I completely missed. We started dating 2 weeks later. He was perfect. Too perfect. But I'd learned to distrust my instincts after my last relationship, so I ignored that little voice in my head saying, slow down. 4 months in, I adopted a cat. A tiny orange tabby from the shelter named Mango. I'd always wanted a cat, but my ex before Derek was allergic, so this felt like reclaiming something for myself. Derek seemed fine with it. Said he loved cats. Even bought Mango toys and fancy food. 2 weeks later, Mango was gone. I came home from a client meeting and found the window wide open. My 3rd floor apartment window that I never opened more than a crack because I was paranoid about exactly this. Derek helped me search the neighborhood for hours. He made flyers, posted on every lost pet page, held me while I cried myself to sleep. These things happen, he said, stroking my hair. Cats are curious. She probably just wandered off. But Mango wasn't that kind of cat. She was timid, afraid of everything. She wouldn't have jumped out a window 3 stories up. I tried to tell Derek this, but he just kept reassuring me we'd find her. We never did. I was devastated for months. Derek was there for all of it, patient and understanding. He even suggested we wait a while before getting another pet. You're not ready yet, he said. Give yourself time to heal. Looking back, I should have seen it then. The way he watched me grieve, like he was studying me, taking notes. 8 months passed. I finally felt ready to try again. I adopted a dog this time, a beagle mix named Biscuit from the same shelter. 7 years old, calm, perfect for apartment living. Derek moved in with me 2 weeks after I brought Biscuit home. It seemed like the natural next step. We'd been together over a year. He practically lived at my place anyway. His lease was ending. It made financial sense. Plus, I thought having him around would be good for Biscuit. Someone home more often since Derek worked remotely. Biscuit died 3 weeks later. The vet said it was poison. Rat poison, specifically. But I didn't have rat poison in my apartment. I'd never had rats. The building was well maintained, old but clean. Could he have gotten into it outside? The vet asked. Maybe. Biscuit was always sniffing around the dumpsters during walks. But he was well trained, never ate anything off the ground. Derek held me in the vet's office while they put Biscuit down. The poison had destroyed his organs. There was nothing they could do. I cried so hard I threw up in the parking lot. I'm so sorry, Derek whispered, rubbing my back. This is my fault. I should have watched him more carefully during walks. It's not your fault, I said, because I believed it. He insisted it was. Beat himself up about it for weeks, which made me comfort him while I was drowning in my own grief. Red flag number 2. I told myself I was done with pets. 2 in less than 2 years. I couldn't handle it anymore. The universe was